Hey guys, it's Anish here, and today for you I have a color-based card trick. Both the performance and the tutorial, so stick till the end for the tutorial. And I want to give a huge shout out to A Million Card Tricks for teaching me this trick, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. So this trick is an intuition-based card trick, and what I mean by that is, in fact, before that, I have two very important things to do. One is to remove the jokers from the deck, because they won't be needed for this performance. So the two jokers, I will be removing those. And my second is shuffling the deck. You could hand this over to the spectator. Whenever you give the spectator the chance to shuffle the cards, they always feel like they have control over the deck, right? Like you're not controlling the deck in some way, and rather the spectators could do whatever shuffle they want, meaning the deck is actually shuffled. From here on, I can't do this on a pillow, but if there were a table, would spread out the cards, showing that all the cards were different to the spectator. They're all mixed up. It was their free choice. So, go to tell them that this trick is an intuition-based card trick, meaning it's completely up to the spectator, the choices they make, right? It's not in my control because they're the ones who are going to be making the choices, and that's going to decide the outcome of this trick. So to start out, what I've done here is I've picked out one black card and one red card, right? Let me tilt the angle so you guys can take a look at it as well. So now I'm going to be going through these cards and picking out a random card. It doesn't even matter because the spectator is going to choose whether it's a red card or a black card. So let's say the spectator says a black card, and this is completely their choice. Okay, let's take this one. Red card, okay. Let's take this. They say red card, okay. And you could tell the spectator now that this is gonna approximately happen for like 15, 20 cards, and then we're gonna get on with the rest of the trick. So you're still pulling out random cards. They're saying red or black. So, and this is their choice. You're not influencing them in any way. You could tell them that. Makes it more intense. Okay, so they choose black. Say for this one, they choose black again, because why not? For this one, they choose red. Let me just do this for like 2 or 3 more cards, right? That should be fun. Okay, that's their choice. Like so, and let's just do this card as our last card. They choose black. So now we have a black pile and we have a red pile, correct? So now the remaining cards, we have quite a few cards left. So I'm going to split up into 2 packets. And I'm going to hold these packets in my hand, and I'm going to ask them to select any packet of their choice. So suppose they select this packet. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to give this packet to you. I'm going to keep it near them. I'm going to take this packet over here and show them just for confirmation that all these cards are mixed up. And they see that, they confirm it, yes. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to take another red and black card, this time keeping the black card in the red pile and the red card in the black pile. Basically, you're switching the colors of both the piles. And you're going to hand them over the other deck that you have and tell them, okay, now it's your free choice. I'm giving the cards to you. You could choose which deck you want to put the card in. But face down, just whatever you're feeling like, just do it, okay? So they're like, okay, let me go ahead and do that. While you're doing that, you're just waiting. You're watching the spectator finish doing whatever they please. And like so, okay? So you're like, okay, now we have 2 packets. There's this one packet on the left side. There's this other packet on the right side, okay? So now you're gonna spread out the cards and show them that all these cards are face down except those two face up cards that you kept to show the color. And now you say, for the first time, I want you to turn around the cards, okay? And then you point at the deck, and then they start to turn it around, and to their surprise, they see that every single card here is black. they turn this packet around, they see that every single card here is red. And you say, wow, and then you move that to the side. Sorry, this pillow has a lot of friction. It's not really helping me here. And you show this packet and you say everything here is black as well as the red packet. Everything here is red. And this was completely the spectator's choice. And ta-da. So this is the end of the trick. This is basically how the trick goes. And again, all the choices I made, they could be random. It's completely the spectator's choice. So just keeping that in mind. Now, without further ado, let's move on to the tutorial. So to start off, we could have a shuffle deck of cards. Spectator can shuffle this, as I said, in any way they want, right? So that makes this trick cooler because you don't have control over the deck. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be going through the deck and explaining that this is a trick based off intuition, and that the spectator is going to be making all the choices throughout this trick. And while you do that, you want to find packets where there's a big amount of black cards. Okay, probably like 3-4 black cards. And take all those cards and move them to the top, just as you're talking. Don't show them that. Just keep it facing yourself, and move roughly around 10 to 12 cards to the top of the deck. 10 to 12 black cards while you're doing so. A tip that can help is before you do this, once the deck is shuffled by the spectator, you could spread the cards out. I can't do it here because it's a pillow surface. You could spread the cards out on a table, and you could show them that all the cards are shuffled properly. And while you show it to them, you keep track of where the bigger piles of black cards are. So as soon as you bring the pile back together, you could immediately get into it. Like if you roughly know it's around the middle, then you could go to the middle searching for the black cards, right? It's just a small tip that helps. So now you have roughly around 10 to 15 black cards at the top of the deck. So now's where the fun comes in. Now you tell them, okay, so what I did during this time was pick one random red card and one random black card. And then you show it to them and you ask them, okay, now I'm going to be taking random cards from inside the deck, and I want you to be selecting which packet, which color it would come under, a red or a black. And this is completely their choice. Just keep taking random cards. But the trick here, the thing you have to keep in mind here, is that every single card you're going to be taking out of this packet should be red. Leave out the black cards, right? Because already most of the black cards are concentrated near the top. So just go through the bottom half and pick out the red cards alone, and then ask them red or black. If they say black, perfectly cool. Still keep it there. And then red means to keep it there. So every card they choose here, it's going to be a red card by default. Basically, we're forcing a red card into both packets. So hence, in reality, they actually don't have any choice. So this just keeps going on for around 15 cards. You ask them for their choice. Just make sure not to keep the card like this, revealing the color of the top, right? Just keep it face down, keep your wrists a bit bent so that they don't know which card it is. So this keeps going on, and ta-da, you're done with around 15 cards. So now you go to the deck and you say, okay, let's split this deck up into two, and you split it exactly at the part where all the black cards remain on one side. You go to that part and then you split it up into two. Okay, so what we do here is basically a magician's force. So we have these two packets, an all black packet, and then we have this random colored packet, red and black cards. So we ask them which packet they select. If they select this packet, we hand it over to them, we keep it next to them, and we proceed to show this packet. On the other hand, if they choose this packet, we say, okay, let's keep this one for later, and then we start by looking through this packet. So it's a simple force, and it works great. So I show them the packet again just to make sure that the cards are still mixed up and shuffled, right? So I just go through this packet to pick out two cards, another red and another black card, and place them in opposite places. Basically, if that was black originally, we make this red, and if this was red, we make this black, right? We're changing the color of the packets. That's all we need this deck for showing them that the deck is still shuffled, and for replacing the colors. Now we hand this deck over to them, and we make this motion, right? We make this motion saying that, okay, put them face down like this onto any packet you feel like makes sense to you, or whatever you're feeling down in your gut, right? So they go ahead and they start doing this, and all this time you're just waiting for them to finish. So this gets over. They're like, okay, I'm done. Now an important thing here is to keep track of which packet is which, right? So this one starts off black and changes to red. This one starts off red and changes to black. So we want the packet which starts off as red and changes to black. That's what we want the spectator to open, because that's the one which has all the cards in the correct order. That's the one which has all the black cards here correctly and all the red cards here correctly, right? Because we gave them the packet with all black, and hence all of these will obviously be black. So what we want to do is keep track of that and spread those cards out at the front near the spectator and show them, okay, as you can see, there's red and there's black, followed by cards that you made a choice of. And then you go here and you show, okay, same story here, except it's black and then it's red, okay? So now you're like, okay, with the snap of my fingers, I want you to turn around this packet of cards. So they start turning it around, and once they reach like 2 or 3 cards, they're going to be surprised to see everything is black, right? And while they're doing that, they're acting all surprised, but we obviously know that's a force. You know it, I know it, the spectator doesn't know it. So they keep turning these cards around, and while they're doing that, while they're busy being surprised, you have to do a simple move. Just drag the bottom card, right, and put it in the top. So our bottom card here is the black card that we initially placed in the bottom. All you want to do here is take that bottom black card and place it in the top. And that's all the sleight you need, and it makes it easier because spectators are surprised looking at this packet. And they turn around this packet of cards as well. They see everything is red. They're even more surprised now. They have no clue how all this is happening, because they made the conscious decision of where they wanted the card to go. You move those packets aside, and now you show them this packet. Like, as you could see, everything here is still black, and everything here is still red. So basically, changing the position of one card here while they weren't looking allowed us to change this packet into an accurate packet as well. And they wouldn't have noticed that because they're too busy looking at their cards. So that was the end of the trick. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope you could take it away and show it to all your friends. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and bye.